Instead of talking about pirates, let me clarify the situation with the swap a bit. The thing is, a year ago, we had the first wave of the swap. It was announced in December, and we announced the date in advance. And during the first exchange, our team was still working on the swap right up until 5 minutes before it went live. So there were some issues that we had to fix in real time afterwards. For the second swap, we made the same mistake. We announced the end date as the 31st, but this time things went pretty smoothly overall, though there was a minor issue. One notification message hadn't been fully checked. As a result, we decided that we wouldn't announce the start of the swap until we had checked all the functionality. And we only announced the terms when we already have more accurate information. So swap number 3 went almost without any issues. After that, we knew that the third was coming up. There was a specific date, it's the project's anniversary, and we tried our best to make it within that time frame. As a result of this, there were some minor issues which will actually resolve during the 5th swap. This is because some cheaters still managed to slip through during the 4th swap, and accordingly, for the 5th swap, we'll basically already know the following conditions. It's a subscription of 5 channels, the same ones as in the 4th swap. We won't reforays. The main condition will be installing the Pcash app. The ads operation will be checked in 2 stages. In order to reduce the number of cheaters, in other words, with the help of the app, we'll be able to filter out users who are trying to cheat the system. And after a person confirms in both stages that the app is installed, to be continued. There will be a deadline for submitting applications, and after that date passes, we'll take a week to review all the applications to check whether users played honestly or not. During this time, you can keep playing, and the reward amount will be higher. But our goal during that week is to thoroughly check for users who played dishonestly, so-called mining farms and the like. And after that, once we make sure there are no bad actors among the applicants, we'll launch an algorithm that will calculate your exchange rate, that is, what percentage we'll be able to exchange for you. So what's happening now? Right now, we're agreeing on the amount for this exchange. Next, the tasks are basically already known. I just listed them for you. And after that, once we know the exact amount, the 5th wave will be announced. The date of the wave will be announced after it goes through the entire business process. This means the task first needs to be designed by a designer and then approved. After that, we assign this task to 2 specialists. One of them is a back-end engineer and the other is a front-end engineer. But considering that I mentioned we will also be using our proprietary Pcash app in the 5th exchange, in order for this functionality to appear, we need to implement it in the app. That's why there's also a 3rd engineer working here who handles mobile development. After that, when the whole system will be checked and debugged. Only after that do we announce the start date. I don't want us to be fixing or breaking things on the fly. As you noticed, there was a problem connecting the wallet during the 4th exchange. And we decided that we wouldn't make any fixes on the fly so that you wouldn't have any issues with the 4th exchange. That's why for the 5th exchange, we've already decided how the wallet will connect to the app, and we know how to solve the problem with the token bridge. So the exchange date will only be announced after the entire business process is completed. That is, after all tasks are checked by our engineer responsible for testing, our QA specialist. After that, we will announce the date. When that will be, I can't tell you, because the task might be completed in a week, in 2 weeks, or it might need further work, and so on. So the swap date will be announced once we are actually ready. Any guesses? Like the swap will happen in 3 weeks. You can believe that if you want, but you can also look at how exchanges 1, 2, 3, and 4 went down. The first exchange was in December, then at the end of March, then September 1st and November 3rd. On November 3rd, we rushed to do it for the project's 7th anniversary, which is quite a significant date. And the next exchange will happen once we're ready. By the way, the number of waves could also be higher. Again, we look at the budget we've spent on our advertising campaign. Let me remind you once again that the first phase of the game is our advertising campaign, where we give users pirates instead of paying for banner ads. As a result, you can see the community growing, the number of members is increasing. The number of users on the channel is growing because we have a 25% penalty. You can see that users are not unsubscribing from the channel. You can also see that users are reading the messages. This is beneficial for us, first and foremost, for the development of the project, for the development of our products, and so on. In this exchange, we are promoting our branded app, Bigosh. Our goal is to increase the number of downloads from Google, and in doing so, we get some perks for ourselves. Plus, you get pirates, which you can sell or keep. You decide for yourself what to do with them. Subscribe to the channel to learn more, and our motto is Sic Parvis Magna. Great things start from small beginnings. Goodbye, everyone.